Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Adam, a pro courier for life. If you guys are returning subscribers, thank you so much guys for coming back to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, new to checking out my content, I would please ask you, if you do like my content, if you do like my videos, please subscribe, click on the notification bell below. It would just help a lot in trying to develop my channel and make it into something more real. I am looking to get over 100 subscribers. That would be nice, but I really need you guys' support. So if you guys do like my content, please subscribe. New subscribers returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. So and I'm also going to say again, this channel is geared towards the professionalism of the industry. We want to see food delivery become a viable food service profession, and I typically do not believe that third-party applications like such as, for sure, Skip the Dishes. I mean, I could say that for all the applications, but I don't believe that the gigging economy is really the future of food delivery. DoorDash, I'm a big fan of now, but I'm still weary because I think just like what Skip was, you know, even a year ago, Skip the Dishes used to be fantastic. They had a lot of respect for drivers. They've really gone downhill. They have completely and utterly gone downhill. And you never know if DoorDash is going to get to that point. They were at a low point too. They have some things going in the United States, like the total maybe higher feature that they have in the United States that they're using. They have a few other things that, you know, they were using customers' tips to pay the guaranteed minimum, so that they had to pay, so that they only had to pay a certain amount. So things that, I mean, DoorDash has been a problem too. But anyways, I'm just delving into my own brain here. But anyways, yeah, this channel is really about growing ourselves as food service careers and food service professionals. So let's get right into this, guys. This is going to be a short video. I'm just going to click on this here quickly. See if you can see the full screen. There we go. This is going to be a very short video. On Saturday, I had another business. Actually, it's the same business. I received a $101.34 offer. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It was over $100. And I was able to make, I think it was like $110 in like 1 hour. It was completely insane. And these guys ordered again. It's that same business. And I have a good customer rating. I've done a lot of drive orders for DoorDash. I've done over 60 now. So I typically can get good offers pretty quickly on their network when they have good things going on. And as I've said before, and I've told you guys many times, be patient. Set your price, you know? Don't let a company, for the love of God, and I want to say this out to a couple of my subscribers, and I actually just left a comment for Dawn because she just posted a great video where she had accepted everything. I accepted 100% of my offers, which is something, by the way, I would never do, but I appreciate the fact that she made a video, and I just want to give a shout out to Dawn that I appreciate the fact that you did that. Your content is good, your videos are good, they're a lot better than mine. You're doing an awesome job. I think I saw the intro too. It's just really cool. Your videos are awesome, and I just want to say I have a lot of respect for you, honestly, and Ryan as well. But I've said to so many people that, you know, in this business we set our price. If Skip the Dishes, and this is what bothers me about this company, you know, in their terms and conditions, you know, we are supposed to be, they say we are our own boss. We are independent contractors. Independent contractors make decisions for themselves. If you are an employee, let's say I work for FedEx or UPS or DHL, Purelator, I don't get to decide what I work for. I walk into the warehouse. I have 120, maybe 130 parcels that need to be delivered that day. I can't just say, well, you know, I don't like this address and I don't like that address, and I'm not really a fan of this place because they're not tipping, even though we know they don't tip for parcel delivery. But you don't have a choice. You are an employee. If you're being paid 25, 24, you know, $30 an hour to deliver parcels and represent the company's brand, that's why you will wear a logo, and you will have, you know, the uniform, and you will have the truck. Everything is in the brand of the company. If that's what happens when you are an employee. When you're an employee, you represent the brand, you represent the company. You are not able to make decisions that independent contractors can make. So this is what I'm trying to explain to people. This $75.06 order, which is what I received on the DoorDash platform this Saturday, I mean, this is money, guys. This is catering. This was a $380 order. Skip the Dishes is such a pathetic and amateur service. And I'm going to say that again because I'm not trying to be biased. Skip the Dishes is amateur and they're pathetic. Because unlike Skip the Dishes, DoorDash does provide benefits to better couriers. So what do? What they do is they use the customer rating. So let me show you something. I'm gonna show you something, guys. I'm gonna show you something right now. I'm actually going to go into my DoorDash app right now. Now, as you can see over here, okay. Let's see here. This is actually something only, I think there are only probably 3 or 4 of us in Winnipeg who have this feature. And it's called Drive Orders, and I can refresh it as many times as I want. And what happens is, under the drive order, you will see now there are no drive orders available, but when a drive order comes up, you can actually see it. It will pop up in green, it will tell you how much the DoorDash pay is, the mile, where it's being delivered, if it's a merchant request or not a merchant request, and it will give you it will tell you what the subtotal of the order is. And if you, so you won't see the tip up front, but you will see everything else. Drive orders don't pay any less than like $20. You're going to make at least $20 on most of the drive orders. So that's where, this is, so how do you become a drive dasher? How do you become a drive pro courier? Simple. When you go to ratings, okay, you have to have at least a 4.8 rating. Well, my rating is a 4.87, and I'm actually very close to getting a 4.9. So I qualify for the drive. I partly qualified because of the customer rating. The other one is a completion rate. Now, my completion rate is supposed to be 100%, but there was a glitch that occurred on the DoorDash platform. Yes, DoorDash is full of glitches, and they're full of bugs. They were supposed to correct it. I actually received a call from a DoorDash representative who said that they were going to fix it for me. It doesn't really matter because the glitch is going to be resolved anyways on its own. After 100 deliveries had been completed and accepted, my completion rate would just go up to 100% again anyway. So you have to have a very strong completion rate, a very high customer rating, and I think you need to have a minimum of 100 deliveries completed on the platform. I have 650, and I've also done now 63 lifetime drive deliveries. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is if you are, DoorDash has a way of rewarding good drivers. Okay? So, unlike Skip the Dishes that says, oh, you have a higher acceptance rating. Okay, we'll give you this order. That's stupid, man. You should be rewarding people for the right reasons. Skip the Dishes has a problem with their couriers. Their couriers are not professional. A lot of them are not that pro. They don't have, how many thermal bags I've seen I've seen so many drivers with Skip the Dish thermal bags, ripped thermal bags, nasty looking thermal bags, dressed unprofessionally. I mean, I've had videos like this before, guys. I've gone into detail before. I've given you my opinion. I don't care if people think I'm judging other people. I don't care. I have standards for myself that I would expect other people to see. I'm going to be starting up my food delivery business very shortly. I have a potential partnership coming in with somebody. I have my best friend who's going to be coming in with me as well. I have it's an actual workshop coming up where I will be able to introduce my business and we can see where we can take it. So if it were me, I'm looking, Skip the Dishes is like, they're like this grade A example of what you don't do if you want to be successful. They grew quickly. They became strong. They created a lot of contracts with restaurants. But let me tell you something. And by the way, Don, I do agree with you. I do believe what you told me. I think that that some of the restaurants have signed a no compete clause. I had one restaurant worker, one person at the front who actually told me that because I think I asked them, why are you not doing business with DoorDash or something like that? And they told me, because we signed a no-compete clause, so we basically are not allowed to use another business at this point in time. So now I would imagine that the contract can be broken, the restaurants can get out of it. Even McDonald's, at one time, right? We all know that they were with Uber Eats, that they had they were basically only allowed to use Uber Eats. That's gone now. Uber Eats no longer has exclusive rights to McDonald's. So we know that these companies can get out of that, but it's just it's just, to me, it's mind blowing. It's really just so disappointing. And you see a business like Skip the Dishes using an acceptance rating. We're independent contractors, man. We are, as I've said many times to you guys, we are our own bosses. We make decisions. If you're going to send me an offer, you are sending me an offer. You are not sending me an order. You are not instructing me to do something. You are sending me an offer. And I make that decision as an independently owned and operated small business. I will make that decision for myself if your offer is going to make me a profit or not. So when you say to somebody, when you say to an independent contractor that they must accept 80% or higher in order to receive offers, you're basically trying to, you're trampling over an independent contractor's right, which is the right of refusal, which is the right of saying, I don't want your offers. You're not making me a good enough offer. My price is $15, or my price is $10, or my minimum set price is $9. That's your fundamental right as an independent contractor. Now, why do so many people, for the love of God, why do so many people just say, you know what? I'm going to let that right go. I'm going to become an employee. You're no different than an employee. What Skip the... See, I want to give a response to Dawn for 1 second. I'm sorry to keep bringing this up. Dawn made a comment in her latest video. She said that Skip the Dishes has found a way to basically force people to accept offers, or you're basically, it's meaningless to be on the platform. I'm rephrasing what she said in my own words. She didn't exactly say it that way. Honestly, Don, they haven't really found a way to do anything. The only thing that they've really done is they've become completely desperate, and this is my opinion. I honestly believe that they've come to the point where they're so desperate because they've been having so many problems for quite some time, and they really don't know how to deal with the fact that when you are an independent contractor, you're looking to maximize your profit. This company, Skip the Dishes, should have known better from day one. People are going to cherry pick because they're allowed to. When you are an independent contractor, you are allowed to make a choice. What's best for your business? I'm a business and Skip the Dishes is a business. We are in a partnership. A partnership is not the same as being an employee for a business. An employee for a business must represent the brand. They must put a logo on their shirt. They must have a logo on their vehicle. They must accept everything that the company wants them to do, as long as the work is safe. There are some rules and regulations that employers must follow, but for the most part, there's an expectation that when you're an employee, you are going to do what you're told. And so Skip the Dishes obviously doesn't want to have employees. They do not want their drivers to be employees, or they can't afford it. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to have a workaround. Okay, how can we have drivers work like they're employees, but we label them as independent contractors? Well, simple. You entice them with these promotions. You put these promotions out there and you say, okay, you can work on our platform. You can be your own boss, which is not true anymore, but that's what they'll tell you, because you get to choose your own shift. Okay, so what? I mean, that's great, but that's not the fundamental underlying principle of being an independent contractor is your power of refusal, the power of rejection, the ability to decide what I'm willing to accept and what I'm willing to refuse. You make me an offer, and I decide if I'm going to accept it or if I'm going to refuse it. So, Don, that's what they've found. That's what Skip the Dishes has discovered. That's what they've come up with. They have found a way, in essence, to screw the driver. And it's like, I will go that far, that they have found a way to entice people into accepting offers that they really do not have to accept with the usage of promotions. But, I'm showing you on my screen $75.06 you will never, ever see on the Skip the Dish platform, ever. Skip the Dishes. I remember one time there was a large pizza delivery order from Little Pizza Heaven. And I don't know what the total tip was. I don't know what the total payout was, but they had to divide the order between two drivers. See, Skip the Dishes, they don't tell you what the subtotal is, right? Which is another mistake. They should be telling you that. They do not tell you that. DoorDash does, because DoorDash is a much more professional service. So Skip the Dishes automatically assumes that you don't have the bags. You don't have the pro courier mentality, if you will. You're out there just trying to make an extra buck. But you're really not looking at this from a standpoint of professionalism in a sense. So what I'm trying to say, I'm getting fancy with the way I'm trying to say this, but in other words, they don't believe in their mind that the driver has the necessary bags to complete the order. So they divided the order between two drivers. So even if somebody tried to put an order for, let's say, $500 on Skip the Dishes through one restaurant, they would not assign it to one driver. So what I'm trying to say, you're not going to get large catering, and you will never get large group boarding on the Skip the Dish platform the way that it is today. So you're not going to receive $75, $80, $100 offers, which, guys, that's where the money is. I made over $80 in 1 hour. I made the 7506, and then I had a stacked order. I actually stacked it, and I made an extra 9 on top of that, was it? Or was it an extra 8? Something like that, but I made over 80. So anyway, guys, this video is already 16 minutes, but this is the power of DoorDash. This is the power of catering. This is what can happen when you are patient and when you set your price. This is what we want to work for. We want to work for real money. We want to work for real money. I made $9.57 and $75. I made about $86 in less than 1 hour. Something like that. It was, it says 0 on the time. That's right. I'm trying to remember how I did this. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm getting all mixed up here. But yeah, I made a lot of money. So I'm not trying to brag, guys. I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anyone else or that I'm somehow, like I'm better than you guys, for me, this is what I'm trying to show you guys. You have to understand something. Skip the Dishes has this very amateur mentality, like, okay, I'm not going to say amateur like this, but I'm going to say it like this. They think, okay, you can drive around for $6 and you can do 3 in 1 hour, you're going to make 18 in 1 hour. Well, you might make that. You might make that, but you might not. I actually find it very difficult to do 3 orders in 1 hour in Winnipeg. It's not easy with the traffic, with the way the roads are, and the restaurants. Something can go wrong. Almost every time I pick something up from a restaurant, well, a fair majority of, some of the time I should say. Let me rephrase that. Some of the time, things go haywire. Things go wrong. I just don't take I never make the assumption. I never accept something expecting to get something else afterwards. I always look at an offer and I decide in that point of time, in that reference of time, is that offer worth it to me or is it not worth it to me as it stands on its own merit? In other words, if I'm going to receive something, I'm not going to assume that I can do 2 offers after I receive this one offer. So I'm not thinking about how many offers I can do in 1 hour. I'm only thinking of what's in front of me. Because what's in front of me is fact. What's in front of me is, this is what you were guaranteed to make. I'm not guaranteed to get another offer afterwards. I might not. The other thing is, my price, I want to do the big stuff. I want to cater to the businesses. I want to cater to the businesses. I want to cater to good paying customers because my service has value. My service has value. I know what my value is. I know how to provide good customer service. I clean my thermal bags. I take care of my stuff. I take care of my vehicle. I invest in my business. I own about 8 thermal bags. I have more coming in. I own pizza bags. I have invested in my business. And I want to be rewarded for what I invest. So I'm just going to end it off on that note, guys. I strongly recommend that people really have a second thought about Skip. Skip the Dishes used to be a respectful platform. Skip the Dishes used to have respect for independent contractors. They used to allow people to make true decisions because they did not have an acceptance rate. An acceptance rate with independent contractors does not make any sense. What Skip the Dishes used to be, they no longer are, and I said this in my other video already. I'm showing you guys this is real money. 75 bucks, 71, $4 base pay. Base pay doesn't even matter. But this is real money. This is real money. This is where the money lies. Group orders and catering, that's where the money lies. Good paying customers, it happens. They order food for their family, they order food for themselves, maybe, you might get a few rich people. I had some good paying customers yesterday that were not businesses. So I just want to end it off on that, guys. There is money out there. Be patient and use your brain. I'm making real money, 75 bucks, 100 bucks. This is where the money's at. Thank you so much, guys, for joining my channel. Again, if you like my channel, if you like my content, please subscribe, click the notification bell, support my channel, leave a comment below. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me. I'm looking to get over 100 subscribers. So if you guys can do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day. And I have to be able to close the video.